Next item on the member resources list is the poll observer training.
Jim Womack is leading a Zoom training session for volunteers to monitor the vote on November 5th. The 2-hour session is being conducted from a Republican Party office in Lee County, North Carolina, where Womack is the Republican Party chairman. He's instructing the volunteers on how to spot what he calls nefarious activity.
You're the eyes and ears. You're the people that can make sure that all the rules are being followed.
With less than 2 weeks to go until voters head to the polls, election officials in North Carolina tell Reuters they're concerned about training sessions like these. They say it calls for aggressive scrutiny of the voting process, which could lead to disruptions at the polls and intimidation of voters and poll workers. Voting rights advocates say it could help lay the groundwork to overturn the election if Democrat Kamala Harris wins. Voter fraud is exceedingly rare in the United States. U.S. election security officials have said the 2020 election was, quote, the most secure in American history. Despite that, Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump falsely claims the 2020 election was stolen.
Again, no long lines.
Womack, who is also the CEO of the North Carolina Election Integrity Team, or NSITE, doesn't accept the evidence that election fraud is rare.
The vast majority of the operations seeking to shape the election, or to, I should say, not shape, to exploit vulnerabilities in the law and to commit fraud in the election are coming from the left. There's no doubt about it.
Reuters observed an October 16th training session of NSITE and obtained previously unreported transcripts from NSITE planning calls. They raised the prospect of non-citizen voting. Lee County officials are adopting new safeguards to prevent poll workers from feeling intimidated. In the 2022 midterm congressional elections, North Carolina's election board registered 21 incidents regarding poll watchers, including 12 of voter intimidation and 8 of election official intimidation. Their records do not specify who trained those poll watchers. In the primaries earlier this year, Womack followed an election worker who was transporting ballot boxes to the Board of Elections office, according to an incident report viewed by Reuters. He wasn't charged with wrongdoing and says he wanted to ensure that ballots were delivered safely. He does not view his actions as intimidation. The Democratic Party plans to field its own observers at polling places, including those in Lee County. The Republican National Committee says it has trained tens of thousands of volunteer poll watchers. It says they instruct them to call an RNC hotline to report suspected irregularities. Those who do not act within the law will be dismissed, the party says on its website.